We're live. No, it's good.
So we're talking about real quick. We gotta demonstrate this. We don't have the arm, but we can physically demonstrate that. I'm going to explain this.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Cool. Well, welcome to Michigan Ri3D. FAMNM. So we've got a couple new cool features to show you guys. We'll start off with our algae intake and scoring device. So, as you can see, we added a chain drive here. We got rid of the belts because they were being a little finicky. We've got 2 green wheels on the end, and we've added a net made of fluoride.
An incredibly skillful driver. Oh, you know what? The motors are in place though. That's our issue.
Let's just feed the ball to the robot instead of.
No, we're good. We're good.
Alright, there you go.
Oh, our chain fell off.
Alright, so the chain has been losing tension as this motor rotates, so we just have to put this on manually from time to time. From time to time, I mean frequently. Alright, then let's back it up a bit. A good bit, because it works better when it's about here-ish.
We don't get enough battery power.
No, it's not bad.
Hang tight. We'll get this going.
We had the tank track going at least, right?
Yeah, the tank is going. That's good. I guess in the meantime, we'll explain other stuff. We originally tried to mount a motor to this to pivot it up and down, but we weren't able to get the gears right. Oh, here we go. Look at that. It scores nice and easy. So that's our algae system. You can see on this side, you can't really see on this side, but we have a gear mounted to the hinge. We could put a motor on that, but we weren't able to figure out the mounting, and we decided it wasn't worth the time as much. But what we can do with the wheels is we can ride them up the wall to get this back. My shins.
How am I showing this?
Yeah, we're gonna show the wall thing, if it works. So we drive into that. Then it pulls that back up if you want to butt your bumper up against some sort of solid object. Yeah, like that.
And then do a little burn.
It goes right back down.
We can show it one more time.
Sure. Do we have any, and while we're showing it one more time, do we have any questions?
Nothing in the chat that
I
I
don't think we have any
see.
viewers.
We don't have any
We have no
viewers.
viewers.
Intake. Oh yeah.
And then
Outtake.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Wow.
Alright, so moving on. Let's go on to maybe the arm. Alright, so the arm. This isn't connected to CAN. It's not connected to power up
I'm
here.
just trying to hit you.
Who's
My driving says.
Oh, hit my shins. Anyway.
Terrible drivers out here.
So, we got this hooked up, but we made some mods to the top, as you might be able to tell. We still need to cut this to get within frame perimeter. But a little bit. You can see we've cut the top here to get under starting height. And are you guys okay if I power off the robot? Okay. So I'm going to power off this robot so we can drive it down manually. When we drive it down, you can see that this is under height now. So we're nice and set there. And we also cut off the back end of fuel for weight, and because when we add our coral intake, we want it to be able to slide in this. So this goes into here, the wheel spins, and this slides out nice and easy. Going up, we made a couple of changes with our climber. The first thing we did is we added doubled springs, and they didn't work. They jammed really badly right away. So don't double up your constant force springs on climber in a box. Another thing we did is we added lithium grease. It didn't work, it made it worse. So don't add lithium grease to your tubes. What else did we do?
Do we want to pull over the reef and show how it scores at different heights?
Yeah, let's do that.
We should also talk about why issues we had today with product that.
Oh, puppies. We did.
There you go. This is gonna pop up. We just climb the wall. Do that. So something cool about our algae thing is that we haven't tested it yet, but it could very well be able to remove the algae from this middle level. The wheels are pretty darn close to hitting that algae. And we'll test that shortly. So, we're gonna first start by showing L4. Brandon, can you see L4?
Yeah, we can see it on the video stream.
Is it on?
You need better possible length.
Alright, so if this is a line, oh, there's a wire, that's why it's not going. Alright, so if this is a line, and we go like this, then it goes on, and then, look at that, L4 scoring.
Do you want to show L2, L3?
Yeah, let's do that. So
Or really just, they're the same kind of concept?
Yeah, it's the same concept. Oh, I need to pull the string. There's so many moving parts here when it's a human move. You got that? Alright, great, thank you. Alright, so we're going to go right here. And, hold on, we got to go up a little. Yes, we will. And then we let it through using the star wheel. It goes right on. Beautiful. Then we'll go down one more level. And this will actually we'll let the star through. Sorry, these cords I poorly zip tied up here. So the star wheel spins and slides right on. And then let's see, when we back out, it finishes. So that's our coral scoring device. It's an Andy Mark 2-stage climber, just to review, with a star wheel and a Neo 550. We've got polycarb right here. We've got a hardware store 6-inch to 5-inch metal pipe converter on top that we've cut with an angle grinder far too many times. I still can't really hear, but that's okay. And then we've got some janky mounting up there. What else do we have?
We're starting to work on the way to get from the human player substation to the actual end effector. We're adding some piping or a 2x1 to start working on the frame for that.
So just to explain the issue a little bit, you might be able to see there's a red mark right here. So this is the height of the human player substation. And this is the height of where we need our pipe to be. It's kind of hard to see on stream, so I'll demonstrate with the bar.
No, support.
So it's a little hard to see on stream. The angle is about an inch up across the 20 or so, not 20, about 15 or so inches from here to our face. So we have to find a way to get the coral going at a fairly high speed downwards into here. We're hoping that it'll just be able to slide and then go down like that. But we haven't tested that, and we need to figure out if that will actually work. So that's why we have these pipes mounted. We're still figuring out mechanism, but we'll get that going. Another thing we've considered is, do we have that wood?
Yes, right here.
There.
You want to drill for it or hand do
No,
it?
we'll
Okay.
show it. So we've considered a couple of things with this. We've considered, can you hold this even?
Like here?
Yeah, so we're just going to do the top wheel one, where we have a ramp. So where we have a ramp going downwards, and then a set of wheels right here to bring it up and over the hump. We've considered having a conveyor belt like this, where it rides on top of both of them, and we've also considered having, if you want to rotate it a lot, right here, having a ramp feed into it right here, so that when it goes through, it can kind of go its original purpose. This is an alternative idea we had for a placement device, where it goes through this gap, these wheels spin, and it can place, and then hopefully go through there. We haven't decided which yet. This is cool because it's very controlled, but some of the cons is that it brings, it's hard to change angles from down to up to down so fast. This is pretty nice, but we would have to put a belt or a chain on it to make these both move in unison. And this would be pretty cool except for mounting, because mounting is really hard to do with this. If we drill, or we're not able to drill through the climber in a box arm, because then it messes with the internal tubes, so we'd have to find a different way to mount it. Electronics-wise, is there any updates?
I believe almost all the CAN errors have been fixed.
What were those CAN errors?
Just issues. I don't know. There's just some. It was kind of hard to tell what was going on because it's just not very well cable managed, so we kind of cleaned it up. We'll have to double check and make sure that our like 6'1" CAN wires that we made are good. We replaced one of the connectors because it was loose, so that should make it better. That's pretty much what's gonna happen right after this recap. We had a lot of Spark Max issues, but it sounds like everything's fixed. Or at least it looks like everything's fixed. We had to downgrade a lot of the stuff to 2024 because just day one issues with the Red Harbor client and stuff like that. Usually these things get figured out pretty quickly, but the time span makes it a little bit rough, but it should be good.
Awesome. Yeah. So the software, they released a new release a couple hours ago that hopefully took care of some of those issues. We talked directly with the developers, and they said that it was an issue they know about and they were trying to fix it. So it should be good for Teams if it's not already, or Teams soon if it's not already. Other than that, we've had some brownout issues. We only have one good battery, so that's always exciting. Thrilling adventure. And we've got to figure out bumpers. That's the thing. Another thing I wanted to demonstrate that I forgot beforehand is our starting configuration. So when this is all the way down, it actually locks our arm in. So at the start of the match, we're fully confined. Now with this leaning, as soon as this goes up, this will drop down, and we're able to score with it. Another thing that we have to do still is we have to add better mechanical stops to the bottom of this. It keeps drifting further and further down towards the ground, and it's starting to get really close to our wheel well. It's not already hitting. Anything else you guys can think of that we still are waiting to do?
Nope.
Yeah, I think we're just we're making the conveyor belt or some sort of system to from the human player to the end effector, and then just touching up a bunch of small things.
Oh, and climbing. We will probably not be climbing.
Yep.
We don't have a testing area to do that or anything set up for that. And if we do climb, we would have to attach something to the top here. Do we have a hook? I'll just pretend I have a hook. So right here, our starting position is too high. We would have to create some sort of structure that branches up and down and puts a hook here. So we can grab it on the hook like this and then push it. It'd be really weird and kind of funky, and we don't really have the time for that. So we won't be participating in the barge.